Thank you and good morning, everyone, and welcome to News Extra. And today we're talking about a night at the races, a fundraiser for the Community Action Health Center, part of Community Action Partnership of Western Nebraska. And I have a couple special guests with me today. Joanne Cromer with CAPWN, as well as Lori Zitterkopf. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. Yes.
Now,
our pleasure.
The event this year is a little bit earlier than it has been in the past, correct? Tell us a little bit about that.
That's correct. It's going to be March 15th, so it's coming up very soon now.
Yeah, very soon.
But you can be the first to the races this year.
You can be first off the starting line, basically. And this is going to be at the Gering Civic Center on the 15th. Looks like a social time starting at 6:30 post time. 6:45, and of course the races begin at 7 o'clock. And of course you have to be there to enjoy the races, correct?
Yes.
So ticket sales are ongoing right now.
There sure are, and you can get your tickets by calling the Community Action Agency Center, 635
3089.
3089. Should remember that.
Or you can probably stop by the
Yes.
CAPWN offices
or
as
anybody
well.
who's on the foundation has tickets. If you know some of us, why stop and say hi, and we've probably caught you already, but if not, we'd sure like to.
Now, talk a little bit, if you would, about how the night at the races works.
We have this annual fundraiser. It is a horse race. It is a video horse race. You can even purchase a horse if you would like to purchase a horse for the race. We bet funny money, all for a great cause, of course. If your horse wins and you win your funny money back, you can then take your money that you have won and bid on other items at the end of the night. We have a sweets and spirits auction.
Ooh, that'll be nice.
Which is very popular. There's always a lot of good baked goods, cakes and pies and things to spend your funny money on.
And of course, this is kind of a fashion deal as well, just like it is going to be at the Kentucky Derby.
Right.
And so there's a fashion component to this.
We're encouraging people, if they can, to wear hats if they'd like to. We're going to have some to rent, even if you don't have your own hat. And that's kind of a fun new feature to be a part of the hat parade.
No, that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be neat to see what everybody has in mind for what's new and interesting for the spring. Now, there's a little bit of a difference this year as well as far as hors d'oeuvres. I understand it. There's going to be a dinner instead.
This year will be we'll have a sit-down dinner rather than just the hors d'oeuvres. We think people will enjoy that. They can come early, and Saturday night it's and the very nice thing is that we've retained our same price at $30 for a ticket. So it's a wonderful evening, all the entertainment and dinner as well.
Yeah, and that's $30 in advance, $35 at the door.
At the door, that's right.
There's a whole lot more that's going to be taking place at the night of the races coming up on the 15th at the Gering Civic Center, and we'll be back in just a moment to talk about that. And we're back on News Extra, and my guests today are Joanne Cromer and Lori Zitterkopf with Community Action Partnership of Western Nebraska. We have the Night at the Races coming up March 15th at the Gering Civic Center, starting with social time at 6:30 in the evening, post time 6:45, and then races begin at 7 o'clock. Now, there are sponsorships for businesses that might be interested in
Yes,
this.
we tried something different this year, and we have some major sponsors, and we're thrilled with that. We have them at the win, place, and show levels, and our win sponsors are First State Bank, 21st Century, Platte Valley Bank, and Allo Communications. So we're really excited to have them on board. Then we have place sponsor will be the Region West Medical Center. And then we have several sponsors at the show level.
Yeah.
Kelly Bean is one I think of, and I know there are others, but I don't have my list with me. I'm sorry about that. But we're very pleased with the sponsors. And, of course, you can sponsor it by buying a horse. And when you buy a horse, you get to name the horse, describe him a little, and it's just a fun thing to do. And it's exciting to see if your horse is going to be in the winner's circle on that.
Of course. Now, Lori, there is going to be a silent auction as a component of this as well, correct? What can people expect?
Yes, Scott, we have collected several fantastic items this year for our silent auction. We have actually a round-trip plane ticket from Scottsbluff to Denver this year as well from SkyWest. We also have several area businesses that have donated dinner for two. We have movie theater tickets.
Some jewelry.
We have some equipment and lots of clothing items also from some of our sponsors donated. And we are still taking silent auction item right now. If anyone wants to donate to the cause for the silent auction, it's always a fun part of the event.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, there's
And we always have the 50-50 raffle.
The 50-50 raffle to go with it.
That's always a popular event.
Yeah, and of course, the sweets and spirits after race auction taking place as well. Now, if you would just talk a little bit about how this fundraiser makes an impact for CAPWN.
Well, one of the things the foundation is there for support, because many of our programs really have problems having the funding that they need. Programs like foster grandparents that are so vital in our community, child care out at the college that we're responsible for. Dental care needs are tremendous in our community. The older youth, transitional living for them, so that there are a lot of the projects that just depend on some extra funding to make a go of it.
Sure, and this is one fantastic way to be able to have a little bit of fun.
And the agency really has grown and continues to grow. We do a lot more with behavioral health now, and that's become a really big program at CAPWN. But we do see a large number of people. It's just amazing. People can hardly believe the numbers that are seen there at the agency, and wonderful staff and providers that like people. They believe in what they're doing, and they believe in this community.
Yeah, and then one way that you can support, obviously, is to come out on the 15th and take part in the night at the races at the Civic Center.
We were just looking, our first night at the races was in 2004, so we've grown quite a bit since then.
Yeah, this will be the 16th year then.
There are a couple of years that we weren't able to have it, but we've grown every year, and we try to add new features. This year we're going to try something new. We're going to have a hobby horse race, which we think will be a fun thing. It's just a fun evening, and it's great when you can give money to the community and have a good time too, and enjoy your neighbors and just laugh a lot and just really feel that you've have a good time, and yet you're helping people for a good cause.
Yeah, that's the night at the races coming up on the 15th of March. If you're looking for tickets, $30 in advance. You can get those by calling 635-3089 and get more information as well, or stop by the CAPWN offices. And then it's $35 at the door. Joanne, Lori, thank you very much for joining us on News Extra today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.